Welcome to what should be a fantastic close to the Mountain West football season. It's the battle for the trophy. We get to crown the champion of the Mountain West Conference here today. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Colorado State Rams, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. First down here for this offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Single back, takes the handoff. They bring him down right at the 20.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff running right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
It's 3rd and 6, a challenging spot here on the opening drive. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch is made down the middle. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
The Rainbow Warriors will have 1st and 10 here. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. You're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Takes the handoff on the counter play. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Boy, those counter plays are tough on a defense. Defense has got to be gap sound. You get so caught up in the base concepts. If the offense comes back with a counter play, if you're not sound with your gap integrity, you can give up a big play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They're going to run it here. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. Fights off a defender. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He's going to hand this off. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here's the second down play. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Will he score here? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT makes it 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. The returner coughs up the football inside their own 20. And the return team able to make the recovery and avoid a damaging turnover there.
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. That's a design quarterback keeper. Finding a bit of space. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there on the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Rams. And the interception taken to the house. A pick-6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick-6. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Finding some room at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. They'll test the right side here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run.
And the sophomore making an impact play.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's 4th down and long.
They'll kick it away here. Fair catch made at the 35. Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Now it's second down here. They'll run it here. A change of direction. And he'll be brought down. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Can he get there on the ground? Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's 3rd down and short. You trust your back and the line to be able to pick up the first down. And he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the first down.
And the Rams getting set on 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
The offense going very heavy, bringing in more blockers. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The Rams offense is on the move now.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a 1st and 10. There's the handoff. And he's going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. So that offensive penalty will be declined, but the defense, they're happy to take the result of that play. Important second down play coming up. The offense bracing here for a heavy blitz. And on the carry, he's heading left. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Point after, up and good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Looking to throw it on first down. Running back has it on a screen now. Breaks loose at the 45. And a huge gain across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. It's an option look. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Here's the option play. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
And the Rainbow Warriors are going to cash in this red zone trip. They'll run the option. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And it's incomplete. Tried to lob the ball up there, but doesn't connect.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Colorado State offense is back out there now. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Takes the handoff again. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. Defense bracing for the run against this heavy formation. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Maintain that mental toughness. Let's go.
And the Rams come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. The DB's backing off from the line now. Bringing pressure. Under heavy pressure, hit as he throws it. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. One more play before they head to the locker room. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And the pass falls incomplete in the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Rainbow Warriors will kick this away to start the second half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colorado State offense on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down play coming up. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They're going to run it. He's found some room at the 45. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run.
Well, you don't see very many inside runs that just spring open like that. Usually, those are your bread and butter plays, the ones you're just trying to get, I don't know, 3 to 5 yards a pop. But, hey, it doesn't hurt when you bust out a big run right out through the A-gap.
My jersey. Why does this have to happen?
The Rams are going to cash in here in the red zone.
Here we go.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the wideout goes in motion. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And the quarterback keeps it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, this is one of those option plays you can tell from the moment the quarterback took it himself that the play wasn't going to have a chance to be executed. Good recognition by this defense to set up this 4th down.
Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. It'll be a 33-yard attempt here. The field goal is good. And they add to their lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. Coverage team brings down the returner. The Rainbows offense back on the field now. They settled for a field goal last time out. Let's see what they can do this time. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. Receiver in motion now. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Finds room at the 30. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The back's got it. Breaking free at midfield. That is a big play. Finally brought down at the 44.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Back in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they'll stop him after a short gain. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Finding space at the 20. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the 3rd quarter. They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up 2nd and goal. A run to the left, trying to find Pater. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
And they get stopped here on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. The sophomore quarterback fortunate that didn't end in an interception.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing as we saw in this play.
Makes the grab, a chance to score. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down in the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. Remember, it was a field goal in the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Hands off to the left. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make sure they break completely.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. And tackled after a small pickup there. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. They'll try to run for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. And the Rams will bring their punt team onto the field. And he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not the way he wanted to kick it. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The QB throws his third pick of the day. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Here comes a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. Second down play coming up for this offense. Ball handed off. Breaking free at the 35. They finally get him down, but an explosive play. The offense in business now at the 24. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. And there's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Tailback with another carry. And the freshman brings him down quickly. The Rams looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. And now the handoff. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. And the importance of this attempt, if he makes it, it's now a 3-score game. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. It's caught downfield. They bring him down with an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And he's got his man open downfield. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. It's incomplete. He was lucky to avoid a 4th interception in this game. 2nd down now.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down play. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And it's complete downfield. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36. And the Rainbow Warriors will come to the line to crank up the tempo. 1st down, looking to throw the football. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Oh, and he flat dropped it. It's going to bring up 3rd down for this offense.
Chris, I don't know, man. I think he gets across the middle. He starts thinking about those linebackers and safeties. Got a little bit nervous, lost his concentration, and drops the ball.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw it again. Lets it go quickly. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. The Rainbow Warriors line up on 1st and 10. Here comes a throw from the red zone. And it's caught on the crossing pattern. Tackled at the 8 after the completion. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. Quarterback drops back. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Hawaii.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the two-point conversion is good, cutting the lead down to 9.
Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Talk about a perfect ending to a regular season, becoming champions of the Mountain West. They've made their case now, and with the conference championship in tow, it's going to come down to what the committee decides to do if they'll get an invite to the college football playoff. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.